I've provided live streams in the past, and we've had to deal with some challenges of internet. Now, in a lot of cases, I've been able to tap into the location's network, either physical Ethernet connection, which is ideal, or at least their Wi Fi, which allows me to use their internet service to provide the live stream. In almost every single location, we've had proper internet upload speeds to provide a decent live stream. Now, at the worst possible settings, I would at least like to have 10 megabits of upload speed, but in some cases, I've only had 7 and still been able to produce that live stream. Now, this particular location, after I had accepted providing the live stream service, come to find out they have very little live streaming capabilities at all. Now, before accepting this live stream opportunity, I definitely forgot to ask about their live stream upload speeds. Now, in most cases, the clients do not have any idea what I'm talking about, but I also typically have enough leave time to go to the facility and check it for myself, which I like to do. Now, I did get a call back the next day and pretty much was told, hey, we have horrible internet service in our location. They were not lying at all. This church in particular, that was the host of the funeral, actually doesn't live stream their services because their internet provider service is so bad. Now, when I got to the facility, I also had my buddy Daniel come with me, and I'll link to his channels in the description below because he's helped me on quite a few different live stream events. And I'll never forget one we did in the past of a wedding that also we ran into a similar situation, being out in this remote area with very little internet service and very little cellular coverage as well. This location was even worse. Now, he has AT&T service and I have Verizon service. And because we were using the YOLO box for this situation, I was going to use both of our services combined using the Yolocast and network bonding service offered by yololiv. Now, I love the concept of network bonding because if you're in these type of scenarios with very little internet service, you can actually bond 3 connections together. You can bond a physical Ethernet connection, you can bond a Wi-Fi connection, and you can also bond the SIM card that you have installed in your YOLO box. And this is ideally what I wanted to do, but because they had no physical internet, we couldn't do that option. So I had to rely on the internal SIM card that I had and also bonding the connection with Daniel's Verizon cellular service. Now, even with bonding, we only had 3 megabits to work with because we were in a very remote location. And so right when we got ready to start the live stream started going, and all of a sudden we started dropping tons of frames. Now, this is not the result of the equipment. So this is not an equipment problem. This is strictly 100% an internet network issue. I had to figure out a solution for this client because this is a funeral and people wanted to see the funeral. Now, before we started the live stream, I was able to talk to the admin of the church and the family themselves and let them know about the potential issues we were going to have. And they were aware of it because this location was actually the home church of the person that had passed. So they were all familiar with the internet situation. Now, as the service started, I make sure to record everything just in case there are ever any internet issues. I recorded internally to the YOLObox Pro, and I recorded internally to both of the cameras that I had. And this was a good thing. Because the live stream just did not go as planned, right after the service, I was able to upload the file from the YOLObox Pro into the Yolocast live stream. Now, one of the benefits about using Yolocast is that you can actually replace the video that's there. So the initial live stream that was buffering and hiccuping, even though I was using the latest ASP live streaming technology, it couldn't compensate for the lack of internet. So being able to upload the recorded clean file that I was able to record directly onto the YOLO box right after the service was a win-win for the family. They knew that the live stream was going to potentially have issues, which it did, but being able to upload a replacement video into the section of the live stream, that was a good move by yololiv to make sure that that capability exists. Because now, not only the family can go back and watch it as though it was a live stream, But those individuals that were trying to watch a choppy live stream can now go back and watch a very clean live stream because it's the direct recording that I was able to capture. So if you ever run into issues where you know you're not going to have internet service, make sure you record it and also consider using a platform that allows you to replace the video with a clean version of it. So shout out to Yololiv for not only supplying me with the Yolocast service, but also the YOLO box and some of the equipment I've featured here on the channel. Now, as a live streaming service provider, there are issues that we face in real time and things that we just can't prevent because of the situation. So being a little transparent in this video, hopefully it helps someone else think about their live streaming services, maybe some things to make sure they ask before going into the live stream, and some alternative and preventative ways, even some backup ways to think about how you're providing your service. If this video has been helpful, make sure you hit that check mark. And if you want to look at the video about the actual funeral live stream service, I'll link to that in the description as well. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.